So I think it's safe to say at this point that Rachel Zegler is probably one of the most widely disliked actresses that Disney has casted into one of their films as of recent. And I could sit here talk about her interviews, I could talk about her social media or anything, but instead I'd rather just look forward, not look back, and see where this movie's headed. So you can imagine my delight when I saw there was a rumor and an article going around claiming that Rachel Zegler had been axed and that she had been replaced by a different Disney actress for the Snow White role. So my friend sends me this article this morning called "Disney Reportedly Fires Rachel Zegler from Snow White Live Action," posted September 25th by Alicia Dunn. Now instantly I noticed that this article was posted by InsideTheMagic.net. Now the reason you've never heard of Inside the Magic is because, from what I can tell, they're the most tabloid clickbait dogshit websites with zero journalistic integrity who don't do any research on the pieces they write. And their website is basically just to write these clickbait articles to drive traffic to their site so advertisers can spend money there. And this is solidly evidenced by the fact that on this article alone, there are 15 different advertisements on it, but I was still hopeful. I thought, okay, look, I want to be optimistic, the glass is half full. The people don't like Rachel Zegler, so hopefully Disney listened and decided that someone else would be better fit to play the role of Snow White. So I'm scrolling through this article, which is about 30% pictures, 20% advertisements, and like 10% actual text, but if you go on to read what they're writing, it's not even like useful or relevant to what this article is claiming to be about. The article is titled "Disney Reportedly Fires Rachel Zegler from Snow White Live Action," but they spend 2 paragraphs out of this article talking about how the launch of The Little Mermaid wasn't successful. Now, once you scroll to the very bottom of the article, the proof that they give you that Rachel Zegler has been fired is some random guy on his couch on TikTok saying that she got fired. Now, hey, let's not judge yet, okay? Let's hear what he has to say.
Let's talk about Rachel Zegler for a moment. She's an actress who did star in the remake of West Side Story by Steven Spielberg. And she's recently been fired from Disney's remake Snow White that she was starring in.
Look, buddy, as much as I'd like to tell you good job and thank you for the information, then pat your bald head, I don't think you're right. You could be. Maybe you're a mystical fortune teller who can predict the future like Zoltar, but I just went on this fact check website and it said that the claim that Rachel Zegler has been fired is unfounded, and that is as of September 25th, 2023.
Rachel has been problematic really since the beginning of her career. Not only on set, rumors of her behavior and how unlikable she was to work with, but also you can see that privilege and personality come out in some of the interviews in West Side Story.
I'm not gonna lie, this feels a little parasocial. This dude's doing some high school gossip as to whether or not a Disney actress has been fired. Bro, you're in your 50s, you're alone on your couch. Look, I want Snow White to get recast, man. I completely do. I've seen the interviews, I've seen the tweets, I've seen everything. But now we're just making shit up. Like, we're literally just inventing things to make ourselves feel better. I feel like he's just gaslighting himself at this point to make him feel better. Maybe you could argue that he's manifesting or something, but at the end of the day, this is quite literally fake news. It's like if I go to my friend tomorrow and I say, yo, dude, Joe Biden passed away yesterday. He died. It is factually false.
But cut to Disney and their decision to fire her. Great on them, and I'll tell you why. Unfortunately, she is so irritating to listen to in interviews. She's so privileged and so woke. Disney has got so much kickback from how vile her interviews are that they've actually fired her to the tune of hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars at a loss for Disney. Hats off to Disney for finally doing the right thing in terms of getting rid of privileged, holier-than-thou, big-mouth actresses or actors who actually ruin your product.
Although he is cooking with his criticisms of Rachel Zegler, again, this is just pure hearsay. None of this is provable so far. So this obviously looks worse for the website that posted this as their proof, but they also have a history of doing this. You see, when Rachel Zegler, after the writer's strike, was removed from Paddington 3, this website made an article saying that Snow White actress Rachel Zegler has been removed from movie. Look, there obviously would be a lot of hype around Rachel Zegler getting the boot, and I can see why that's an appealing story for a lot of people, but this is probably the third time that this rumor has spread, and it seems that this time around it's become the biggest it's ever been, and I know this because, again, my friend literally texted me this, and if it's now on the radar of, like, normal people who don't even, like, fully care about this stuff, it probably is getting big, which I can only imagine is going to leave people very disappointed when they realize it's not true, because, dude, people already really hate this.
Disney's upcoming Snow White movie is looking like the biggest dumpster fire to come out of the company so far. Rachel Zegler, the actress playing Snow White, is actually proud of her hatred for the character and the story, calling the prince of the story a stalker, saying that she thought it was too scary and that she's maybe seen it twice across her entire life.
I know y'all saw that deleted tweet real quick. Can we run that back? Yes, I am Snow White, and no, I am not bleaching my skin for the role. She managed to get this banger in right before lunchtime too. That's crazy. 11:29 a.m. I can only imagine, you know, right before brunch. Listen, sweetheart, no one said you had to bleach your skin for the role of Snow White. The only thing that people have actually suggested to you if you would like to get this role and be a good fit for it is to just stop bashing everything about the character, everything about the franchise, everything about the story, everything about anything you're involved in. And for Rachel Zegler, it seems like her disliking for the movie she's involved in extends past the movie. Dude, she seems like she hates life in general. I'm gonna go up to her. Hey Rachel, how's your day going? Okay, I have another Tyler 1 clip downloaded, so we're just gonna run this. Hey, Rachel, we're actually changing it so that Snow White permanently is of Latin descent.
It's only gay.
The prince will be cut altogether, and the story won't revolve around love at all. Instead, Snow White's going to pursue her dreams of becoming a leader, a gold boss, and seizing power for herself. So, how did it come to this?
Make it stop, bro. Please, make it stop. This lady needs to be a janitor or something. It does feel somewhat anomalous for her to be involved in Hollywood at all. Just like seeing how she is and seeing that she's involved in film feels like such a weird combo. Like, I don't know if she's displaying signs of psychopathy or what, but the only lines that she should be memorizing is, "Welcome to McDonald's, how may I take your order?"
Believed, Snow White won't be falling for a prince or even thinking about love or other people at all.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
It's only gay. Why did you care?